One of the commenters suggested I do another sound test with my Champion Duel Fuel Generator, but under load. This last test I did, there was no load on the system. So I've got my two loads here. I've got a 1500 watt space heater and a 1200 watt heat gun. So that's 2700 watts. That's about, you know, on propane, that's about 80% or so of the capacity. So interesting to see what the sound levels are at various distances with this setup. So we'll go ahead and start it up, and we can see what our dB level is now. Let's see. Get rid of this. So with some birds chirping and whatever, when I'm not talking, it's a low 30s. We'll go ahead and start it up, and then we'll measure the load again, measure the dBs again without the load, and then we'll turn the load on and see what the difference is. In both cases, I'm going to keep it on non-economy mode, so it'll be a little better test. We'll turn the battery on. We'll start it up. Gas is on. Next to it, it's about 80 dB when you're right next to it. Now, it's supposed to be 59 dB when you're 23 feet away. So I have my tape measure laid out, and there's 23 feet. Let me face the microphone toward the... So it's a little above. It's about 62, 63 dB at 23 feet. So not exactly up to spec, but fairly close. I'm about 50 feet away at the fence line. And it's about 57 dB. Let's go turn the load on, and we'll see how the sound changes. Both loads are on now. So about 85 dB at the output of the machine, and at 23 feet away, there's our tape measure. About 3.5 dB higher at 23 feet. Let's go over to the fence line again, which is about 50 feet away. So 50 feet away, it's only a couple dB higher. So it is higher, which I guess you'd be expected. It's got to work harder. And it's under load, it's not really meeting its spec. And of course it didn't meet its spec. This is back at 23 feet. Didn't quite meet its spec when with no load. I think when I did it the other test, I did it with on economy mode. Let's double check that. I'll turn the load off and put it on economy mode. that's economy mode right next to the outlet. Now here's 23 feet on economy mode. So in economy mode at 23 feet, it's easily meeting its spec by a couple dB. So I don't know if you'd really run economy mode when you had a load on the system. I guess if you had a low load you could, but just for fun, I'll try economy mode and put the load on. Let's do that. Okay, so we're in economy mode. I'm going to put the load on. It's on full load now. But that was full load at the outlet with economy mode. Now we're at 23 feet. About 2 dB quieter, something like that, in economy mode. And at the fence line with full load, economy mode, it's under the spec here, it's under 60 here. So that's the Champion Duel Fuel Generator sound test with a full load, almost a full load on it. See, 80% load. Alright, there you go. Alright, shut this off. So we're going to shut this off, you got to turn the gas off. You just turn off, push that off, it doesn't actually go off, which for some reason. And I always turn the battery off or else the battery will go dead. So let's recap. We just tested Champion Dual Fuel 3400 3060 watt dual fuel inverter for sound at different distances, under load and no load. Also economy mode and non-economy mode. So in economy mode, it does meet the spec with no load at 23 feet, which is 59 dB or less. In economy and regular mode, at 23 feet under load, and even not under load, it didn't make the spec. Under load is about 5 dB over, I think, something like that. Now, under economy mode, under full load, it was closer. It was only a couple dB, maybe 2.5 dB over the spec. So that's not too bad. I still think this is probably a lot quieter than the open frame ones. This has an enclosure, so I think that cuts down on the sound, and that's my guess as to why this one's quieter. So I was running it today as part of my 20-minute once a month running, just to keep the engine lubricated and so forth. So we haven't had any power safety shutoffs lately, which is good. We're almost out of fire season. It hasn't rained for a while, so some parts of California are under power outages for fire safety, but luckily our area isn't. So. All right, that's the latest update on the Champion Dual Fuel Generator. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Post a comment if you have any questions or ideas, and I'll try to respond. That's all for now, but more videos are coming, and if you want to see them, please subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification icon if you don't want to miss one. This is STScI signing out, and keep looking up.